Hello everyone, my name is Beefy Muscle and this is my mod showcase. Welcome to Beef's Metal Blocks. If you're looking at the screen, you could probably already tell what this is about, but just to give some exposition, I've been playing Minecraft a very long time and I've been oh so happy to get some very new copper blocks, but I just felt like that there should be more. I was like, why don't we have cut iron? Why don't we have gold bars? Why don't we have everything? So I decided to make it. A small part of me thought that this mod probably would have been made already. I did some preliminary looking. I've only seen mods that have variations of some of these blocks in, not a complete unifying and most importantly, vanilla-friendly mod. So, I know a lot of people don't like it when modders adjust some of the base game stuff, but I felt it necessary. Originally, this block right here was our block of iron, block of copper, block of gold. That is no longer. All of these are our blocks of iron, blocks of copper, and block of gold. So, what are these then? Well, these are polished and these are reinforced. So, to craft these blocks, if I go to them, it's just your normal block recipe. Now this block of iron can also go straight back. This is the same for every single block, every single type of metal, just to keep things very consistent. Now you guys might be asking, how do we get the other block types? Well, there's two ways. Number one is you can craft them. Any of these blocks you can put right on top of each other in a stick formation, and it'll turn right into it. So it goes from the block of gold to polished gold to reinforced gold and back to the block. Now, some of you who are like me and struggle with inventory management may be thinking, oh my gosh, this blows. How are we ever going to keep track of all of it? Well, I thought of that. All normal blocks turn back into ingots. All polished blocks turn back into ingots. All reinforced blocks turn back into ingots. The only exception is, what I'm going to segue into right now, is our cut blocks. Boom! We have cut blocks. I really like the way that these look. There's a lot of creativity, I think, that's to be here. You know, personally, when I see the cut iron, I don't really think cut iron. I think this is marble. I think if this was ever added to Minecraft, this would be the closest thing that we could actually get to like a marble flooring. The gold looks honestly like honey. I think there's a lot of creativity. Honestly, I think that most of these should just be in the game. That's why I made the mod. So, the second way that we can accomplish this is by going into our stone cutter. You will notice that there is stone cutter support for every single block in this mod, and not just normal blocks of copper, but also the waxed blocks of copper. So, yeah, and it's the same ratios as the original blocks of copper. So if you use a block of copper for a copper grate, you get 4. If you use for cut copper slabs, you get 8. If you use cut copper for cut copper slabs, you get 2 each. Tried to follow everything exactly to the T. Now, some of you may be looking at these trapdoors and think, Beefy, this isn't how you craft a copper trapdoor. And for that, you'd be wrong. I've never understood why they decided to make the copper trapdoor and the iron trapdoor different. And I've never understood why the iron trapdoor recipe gives you a single trapdoor. There's holes in it. You gotta get more than just 2, especially when the wooden trapdoor recipe, I can't even remember, so I'm just gonna do it here. When the wooden trapdoor recipe gives you 2, and you use 2 more blocks. So, I think that, oh well, I guess no, actually that makes total sense. I guess if you were using 3 blocks, but I don't know, coders should know math. I don't know. Technically, you should get 1.5 trapdoors, but that doesn't work. But I'm going on a ridiculous tangent. But to be faithful with Minecraft, copper trapdoors, same thing. They still work in the same way. But if you look at weighted pressure plates, redstone components, I decided to let them both follow redstone rules, so you cannot click them with your hands. This is my favorite part of the mod. I did not expect to be making bulb blocks, but the mental gymnastics I did to justify red and purple are as follows. Piglins like gold, they're from the nether, red. Nether fortresses, end fortresses have iron doors and iron grates and iron everything, and Endermen are purple. So that was the gymnastics I did. Honestly, I love these. There are not blocks like this in the game. I think these are sick. And then this is, oh, I have random tick speed really high. Anyways, this is why I made the mod. I wanted these blocks right here. These oxidizable blocks. I love these so much. I've been trying to hide how proud I am of this game, this mod, but I just gotta come out and say it. I'm proud of it. I love it. I think I did great. Man, you know, it was hard and it took quite a few hours, but it was totally worth it. This was the hardest part. Just for some fun context, there is support for oxidized blocks, and there is support for oxidized stairs, slabs, trapdoors, grates, chiseled blocks, bulbs. The one thing that there is not support for is oxidized panes, because these are pane blocks. The amount of pain I went through to get this working was about 5 hours. So, this is why the recipe for the copper trapdoor changed, so that we can have copper bars. Same thing, metal unity. I thought about calling this mod metal unification, but I thought beef's metal blocks sounded better. Finally, we have our grate blocks. I think these look very nice, very sleek, very cash. And our chiseled blocks, which I like a lot too. I thought about doing a different texture just because that is one thing that vanilla does, is they usually have different textured for their different chiseled blocks. But, yeah. So, that's the mod. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting. The links for Modrinth and CurseForge will be in the description below. Additionally, it is open source under a GPL v3 license, meaning you can look at all of the source code. You can use it and make something more, add on to it. The only restriction is that you must credit and you must keep your code that whatever project that you make off of it, open source. Them's the rules. Yeah. So once again, thank you for coming out and watching. Check out my channel. I do a lot of different content, and, well, not so much recently, but thanks. Peace.
Everything I do, 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 I do for you.